Hello and welcome to
Happy.
Imperial March Podcast, the show most raging opinion in the Outer Rim. I'm your host,
Most common sense.
Rocky, along with Seismic, Psycho Killer,
Voice crack!
and Bryce, the monster who can. I can't. Today we have news, words. We have news. Seismic, you tell
Unless
them.
you live in Germany, then it's not news.
So by the way, spoiler alert, we just better put that.
It's
So
spoiler alert. This is a giant spoiler for the Clone Wars bonus content, and if you don't want to hear it,
you should
leave.
still hear it. But
Just leave.
technically, in my
Go
opinion,
away.
Just we are
If you
going
do
to
wanna
rage,
hear it-
we are going to rant, we are going to do
If-
all that. So if you want a depressing podcast and
Listen to
see Rocky
If
and
you
Seismic and me try, well, continue watching. Yay!
This is going to be rage-inducing if you continue watching. You
Well,
have been warned.
in my opinion, you shouldn't. Oh, you should just listen to this because honestly, it'd be better than just being.
It'll help you out. If you don't listen to this and you watch the episode, you'll probably have a heart attack. So-
unless
It's
you
like a relapse or stuff otherwise, unless you don't care. And then why you even talk on this podcast? Troll. Anyway.
Alright. So, Seismic, why don't you tell them the news today?
Oh,
Fine, I'll tell them.
I don't.
So,
why do I have to be the bearer
recently,
of bad news?
in Germany, the Season 6 bonus content was released on the Super RTL channel network. And, we watched
Oh.
and then we, and we didn't watch it, but we heard from our sources.
What do you call them?
Sources, I mean sources.
Ronan.
Copyright infringement! Alright,
Underworld contacts now. Actually, not really. That's not really.
We're taking too long to start here. Alright, basically, this news is in the season, the opening arc. It's all about Fives discovers. Obviously, if you haven't seen that little clip thing, which you already should have, if you haven't seen that, go watch it. It's like that little clip they released like almost a year ago. I don't know when exactly, but and basically, Top kills a Jedi from behind, and he's under like some sort of hypnotic spell. Oh my gosh, it's so inducing.
It's probably the witches from wherever that planet was called. Dathomir.
God,
Wait,
death.
no. What? No. Oh.
And then on top of freaking plus he's like acting like a drone there, so I don't see how it works. But then after that, Fives finds out that he was under some sort of weird thing, and he wants to kill all the Jedi in the universe because he's like raging and mumbling and stuff, and basically finds that out, and then he tries to go confront Palpatine about it because he knows there's something in the clones that they don't know. So obviously. So yeah, Fives. And so Fives, obviously, being the smart, intellectual person he is, which we all love,
And an ARC trooper.
an ARC
Which are
trooper.
impossible to kill, by the way.
Yeah,
You can't kill an ARC trooper.
yeah.
I mean, in the comic books they were impossible, but then in the ARC troopers they just went out like punks. Show up and blow up, right?
And then so Palpatine says they're trying to kill him, and so all the clones go after Fives.
Freaking.
And then all the clones go after Fives, and Fives retreats, and
Because they
eventually.
think he's trying to assassinate.
And then we don't know the exact details, but basically, then Fives dies. Fives gets shot. Fox gets shot.
Yeah.
By Fox!
He died.
By Commander Fox gets shot. And I don't know where exactly.
One of the most useless,
Eyes.
stupid clone characters shoots one of the most awesome clones ever introduced in Star Wars, period. He dies.
I love Fives. He was next to Rex. He was my favorite. Man, he was just the
That's the
best.
thing. Here's what they're doing. They're like payback for Order 66. That's
So,
what the
and
Clone
then,
Wars
no,
team is
that
doing.
isn't it all. It's not all. Here's the end of it. Here's the good part that makes everything tie together nicely. Because all clones have this chip in their brain, and this brain chip
Right.
controls them, so they kill all the Jedi mindlessly, and they're enslaved to the Empire for the rest of their lives. But don't worry, Rex doesn't get away. He doesn't get the chip out, and he doesn't die. He just, he lives through this arc, which means he's now forever a slave of the Empire and dies probably in combat, which entirely defeats the entire purpose of the Embarn arc. Any clone arc which ever showed them having their own choice. It undermines everything.
And it also makes Rex's line to Dogma saying that everyone has a choice, that just screws up everything that he said. So good job, developers. You totally screwed up the Clone Wars and Star Wars canon everywhere.
Ruins everything. Here's my main.
Good job, guys.
Let me tell it in a non-raging voice before I rage. Hold on a second.
Actually, that was sarcasm, my good sir.
That was sarcasm. But anyways.
No.
Basically, the problem.
I said it in a sarcastic one.
Here's the problem. Before I rage, quickly and beat the microphone and crap to pieces. But basically, here's the problem. Order 66 was already very believable. I believe that Cody would definitely take down Obi-Wan if it was under order. He was not like had any development, like Rex did. And Rex was like, present. He was under the command of Anakin, so he wouldn't care if he was even there.
The thing is like all the years of the war, the Jedi are like, oh, Separatists, shoot him. And then Palpatine comes on and he's like, the Jedi are Separatists. They're like, okay, we'll shoot him. I mean, yeah, they were my friend, but like with Slick and stuff, it's like there can be traitors, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, they didn't know. Well, I mean, we know. That's why I don't like people get mad at.
Not all the clones are close.
No, I mean, even if they were close with Obi-Wan, I mean, like there's spies that like they get close to you so that you don't turn on them. And the clones, like, they know how to do that because that's their job, and they're trying to protect the Republic. So that's why they did it. And now with this, it's like they're just doing it because they have to. That makes no sense. Like, it already made sense before. You don't have to try and like justify it or anything.
Yeah, and that also makes all stormtroopers characters ever not being able to have any actual rebellion against anything, pun intended. They're not able to actually think. Whole thing with Krell, that entire brilliant arc, which is the best part. Yeah.
The Embarn arc, they completely contradicted themselves. They're like, oh, look at Fives, he's awesome. Oh, never mind, he's dead. Oh, the clones, they can think. Just kidding, they can't. You don't know how to keep a plot line going. Like with Rex, it's like, why do you even introduce a character if you're just gonna give him a okay? Apparently they didn't even. I don't really know what happens. I haven't seen it.
It's the worst thing
apparently
ever. Just to have Rex just be like,
Ahsoka can walk off
good
into the sun's set, but our favorite clone characters, because everyone loves Ahsoka. I mean, I don't mind her, but I like Fives better. It's just my personal thing. Like, I can't let fans get anything nice like that. Why couldn't Fives walk out into the sunset? It's like if they treated Ahsoka like clones, Anakin would have stabbed her. It's like
maddening.
Yeah. We had a moment of silence.
I just found this out. We all just found this out, and we're all extremely.
That's why we're all mad.
We're all very mad.
Because they don't.
And now let's move on to our Rebels. The part about Rebels.
No.
Rebels gets all these characters will never die, no matter what. If they do, they'll get the most brilliant send off into the stars, and they'll cry, and it'll be feel good, and they fight the Empire. And as Silent Cody, why don't you say that thing you said earlier before the podcast? About the characters.
I said many things before the podcast.
Just go. The one about who the Rebels are. Introduce all the Rebels for us.
Okay, so we've got this was in my news segment, but who cares? We've got Chopper, the stupid astromech, which we've seen too many of. I mean, seriously, how many astromechs have we had?
I know we've
got every single X-wing pilot has an astromech.
I know, guys.
I know everything. Everyone. It's stupid.
And then we have Kanan, who's the
Kanan.
The Canon.
Canon.
Forgot what I said about him, but what did I say about him?
He's just like the Jedi. Why do we need more of them?
Yeah, seriously, why do we need more of them? Because they're all dead.
I know.
And then we got Ezra, who Got Ezra, who's a kid, and he's gonna kill stormtroopers and wear their helmets because he's gross and sick. And then we've got,
Hera.
What's his name? Zeb, who just is a murderer.
Zeb.
Oh.
Right, we got Zeb. Everyone loves him because he murders clones or stormtroopers or.
No, he's a
the big
stormtrooper
double-guy,
molester.
let's go murder a platoon of stormtroopers because everyone loves a murderer.
Also,
And then we got Sabine.
who likes to
Uh,
she's kind of like Scorch, but she likes to paint.
She like and she likes to
she
paint
like-
on stormtroopers' helmets, and she likes to paint on stormtroopers' helmets to give them to make them less cool, and then she's just going to put
So, what's Deb? Zeb.
Deb.
Keep calling him Deb.
No, just call him Jeb.
Jeb. Zeb kills them, and then Sabine paints on them. And then we got Hera, who was the most decent, but she still can't control them.
Ugh.
And she's probably gonna find a way to make me mad.
I know.
But yeah, so basically, why are we rooting for these guys? We got two Jedi criminal guys, because they're Jedi and they're criminals. We got, this astromech, which, whatever.
It's R2.
Basically,
It's R2 on
Basically-
He's a rip-off R2-D2.
basically, in reality, we've got a big guy who likes to kill soldiers. Why do you people like him? He's gonna be everyone's favorite character.
I know we're
Got a
going
mass
to.
murderer.
I know.
He's the
for my-
serial killer.
I know.
His favorite pastime is killing people. But oh boy,
And
I know.
what was our
I
point
guess
earlier?
I've ever heard of.
That the helmets.
They wear helmets, so
How
they're
is
not real.
knocking their heads together actually cause like damage? Just like.
And the guy that was in the Zev video on Star Wars YouTube channel, he was just like he said, and I quote, Zeb would just grab two stormtroopers and slam them together, and then after they show that little clip thingy, and then he just chuckled after that. How? And then he just chuckled. Yeah.
Robot.
He just.
Price is so nice. Alright.
They hacked into our Skype and they're
I know.
now censored.
Trying to turn us down, but don't worry, we have an expert.
But even there's that one shot where the stormtrooper like jumps on his back. You saw that one?
Yeah, and then he just
Stormtrooper's
throws
so
him.
cool. He's so brave.
He
and
jumps
heroic.
on the back,
He
and then
jumps on the back of this big monster. He's gonna take him down for his brothers.
and then he's
And then everyone hates him because he's wearing a helmet. It's like, I understand not liking like the Sith and stuff, but like the stormtroopers, they're just guys. They just signed up because Palpatine brought peace, Their house isn't gonna get blown up now, so why not? Understand. Why no love for people in armor?
I know. I mean, seriously, we have the 501st Legion. The kids love to see like all these
Seriously.
these guys in 501st armor. They love to meet the clones and like
Seriously.
everyone. Even like they go to these places like in like the cancer patients and all this stuff, and they go and they love to see the clones and the stormtroopers. And I'm not sure they're really that fond of meeting, Luke Skywalker. It's like, oh hi, I'd rather see
Coon walks in, the kid's gonna freak out and jump out the window. It's like some freakish alien.
These guys in
Like-
armor, you have such a fan base.
It's like
Clones
I
and
don't
stormtroopers have such a
understand.
fan base. They are
I think the
so.
only people who like Jedi are the people making this stuff.
I think the only people who are like Jedi are the original trilogy worshippers. No offense.
Exactly, they're not even little kids, so like,
Not even little kids like them as much. I mean, seriously.
why did the little? I don't.
They'd be like, Captain Rex. I
just-
just see. What? Look on
they
the
like-
lunchboxes. Look at Hasbro. Look at everything it sells.
Well, here's an Hasbro. I mean,
Notice how they put
clones
clones on the cover of everything because it sells. People
They're
like
cool.
them.
That's what I don't get though. It's made a series.
And
Like,
do you know
Bomber
how
Squad
many
or
Rebel
something?
figures have
They
been
all died.
finished in the past few years?
But like, I know.
The figures thing is because it's easy to make clones. I mean, you just repaint the same thing. It's not like an
They
sculpt
still
or anything.
sell.
That's why there's so many clones. Yeah, of course they still sell because you have to get every one of them, right?
It's fun.
All the Obi-Wan sell, and there's like 800 Obi-Wans.
I know. It's like
Obi-Wan with scuba gear. Okay.
I have, like,
Obi-Wan on the
here
beach
is
comes with
another
tons of
version of
box
why
shorts.
nobody likes Rebels. Here is another example of why nobody likes Rebels.
What's the example?
Okay, first of all, every time I go to about a year ago, I went to Target and Toys R Us and stuff. I saw about like 5 of those Rebel Commandos just like lying there, like just nobody wanted them.
Oh, I've actually.
And then I went. I know. I know, but I do too. But he's like, but still, nobody likes Rebels. There's like, there's just like barely any freaking rebellion figures out there.
Have you? That's another great example because I have a Walmart right by my house, and this Walmart has had the same Phantom Menace, Qui-Gon Jinns, and Obi-Wan Kenobis, and Newt Gunray and droids for literally 2.5 years now. The same ones. There might be still the same ones on the shelves because no one is buying them. You know what I never find there? Clones, and when I do, there's one left. They buy.
Seriously.
People like the clones.
That ARC Trooper pack with like a repacked Rex and like what was it, like a badly or not, like it was a wrongly painted Colt, Havoc,
Still
and then
cool
like
figure.
no, I know it's still cool, but I'm saying it's not completely right. And then apparently it's an ARC Trooper Commander, but it's Fordo. And then Havoc, it's like that one is like $100 and something on Amazon.
You know what I'm
That is why people. That is a perfect example for why people like clones and stormtroopers.
Even Lego sells all these clone sets and Death Watch and Mandalorian sets. Do you see them selling like Luke Skywalker and X-Wing? Yes, but they're never at the store when I see them. Notice how the LAAT gunships, they go. Oh, and another point I'd like to make is that I mean, even though Lego sells and all that stuff, here's my prediction. You know how they have all these Rebel figures? All these Rebels that they're gonna release, Hasbro's gonna release? How many people are going to buy Aladdin? Like, how many people are going to want these? Not only is the quality extremely low at this point, from what I've
That's
seen.
probably why it's extremely low, because they know nobody's gonna buy it, so why spend money on making it?
I know. There's no Stormtroopers. Notice how the 6-inch figures, they have a Stormtrooper and a Clone Trooper.
And the Sand Trooper.
and yeah,
That is going to sell. Like, that is like going to sell. I know I want to get the 6-inch clone.
It's maddening, agony.
Seriously, if you just look at the 5-First Legion, I mean, how many people are in that?
I know, and they
I
spend
mean,
thousands
and they don't
of
just
dollars.
dress up as Stormtroopers. If there's a Rebel Legion, if they like Rebels, they would have joined the Rebel Legion.
Yeah. You know, there
It's
were
like
8,000
people-
members strong in 2005, so they probably have over 10,000 now.
Yeah, and what I'm saying though is it's not they're just not just joining because they like Star Wars, they're joining because they like the Empire. And in the Celebration Europe, whatever, Dave Filoni even said that people like the Empire, so that they're glad that they're like the Rebels. People making the Rebels are happy that they can make the Empire or something. It's like
They're just
even knows
like-
that people like the Empire.
I love the art they did, like that art, Join the Empire art. It's kind of cool.
The what?
The Join the Empire art, like all the art they released. You saw those, right?
Oh yeah. One thing that's in English.
True, but oh well.
I hope they put it in Arabic for the show.
I hope
Because
they
if it's in
do.
English in the show, I'm gonna be like, you don't even know what you're doing now. I think it was just in English for promotional reasons.
I hope so.
I hope. It's like, okay, wow.
They like have all
We're
these,
just all
And-
all
and
these
like, did you
American
see it?
TV references
And
in it. They just have like a box 80s TV in it. There's like Hannah Montana playing music in the background of the cantina.
I was like,
Let's
that's
have a
not even
crossover
modern.
between let's have a crossover between Good Luck Charlie and Star Wars Rebels. At this point.
Well, maybe Star Wars Rebels will be like droids or Ewoks.
I know.
We have had horrible Star Wars series in the past before even Disney took over, so I guess it's not completely their fault, but still. But what I think is interesting, one thing, is people always, like, a lot of people were always hating on the Clone Wars, and now that it's gone, everyone's like, oh, the Clone Wars back.
I know, everyone's like, and remember when Ahsoka came out, everyone hated her.
Yeah, and then she left and everyone was crying.
I know, everyone cried,
So stupid.
I'm gonna admit it now, so much of the community is hypocrites, us included most of the time, but
Yeah. Some people will call it right now. Just saying.
Well, hey, look, the Clone Wars writing team's hypocrites. They said clones have a choice, and now they don't.
Yeah, true. Well,
so I guess
for those who listen to this, please leave your thoughts in the
this.
comment section below.
This is a very long episode.
I know. But for those who watched this far, leave a comment in the comment section below with your
You didn't need
Rachel
to
comment.
this far.
I know.
We were just trying to cope.
I know, we have to post something out there. That's how we have our built-in psychiatrist, which is YouTube. But we really
sometimes it makes us mad too.
we need to. Someone needs to do something to. I don't know. We need some way. I don't know. I doubt it would ever work. But if someone could find out, just if someone could know at Lucasfilm, there are millions of people who care about the clone choice. I don't care. I know they can't resurrect Fives now. But they can sure rearrange that brain thing because that's or they can. I would be happier if they just made it all of Clone Wars on canon at this point.
Everything after season 2, basically.
Except for the Embarrass arc.
And except for the Embarrass arc. But yeah, basically. I mean, there's a few things in there, like
I hate
clone cadets and stuff. But other than
and especially
that, basically anything dealing with Jedi.
Especially the Mandalorian arc. Then they destroyed Mandalorian into a bunch of blonde peace mix.
Well, that actually kind of fits.
No, it's not.
It does. Yeah, it does, because there was a Mandalorian civil war between the Mandalorians and the Death Watch, and they blew everything up, and then there's people that didn't like the violence, they got sick of it, and so they became pacifists. It makes sense.
Doesn't
but
go
what I
along
don't
with
like is when they... Well, what I don't like is Sabine.
I know. She's gonna be like, I'm
Mandalorian.
If you heard this, David, when he said, I know everyone's gonna be excited once I say it that she's Mandalorian. I'm not really excited because she's not Mandalorian. She's a girl in Mando armor who's probably not gonna wear her helmet half the time.
Mandalorian because she likes to blow things up. I'm like, really? That's what Mandalorians like to do, blow stuff up?
And make art. We've never really seen a character like this before that has expressively created art before. And I'm like, oh, well, that's interesting.
Their armor, but like...
Mandalorians have a culture, they have a way of life, they stick together, they don't go and join the Looney Tunes rebel group.
I think I said this correctly, but I think that
this episode.
I think that this is my last comment. I think that BioWare should take over Star Wars. Because my companion in the Bounty Hunter story was literally speaking like lines of Mandalorian, and I was like, what? What are you saying? And like Sabine, she's not even gonna like know what Mandalorian is, and that kid like doesn't know how to stop talking Mandalorian. So BioWare does their research.
I have faith in J.J. Abrams.
The movies are fine. It's the TV shows that are crap because they go on for longer and they go into different parts of the universe. The movies are just gonna stay on the Jedi side. I don't care about the Jedi side.
My final comment is, look at Marvel. When Disney bought Marvel, they pumped out a bunch of really good live-action movies, the Avengers, Iron Man, all this great movies, and then they took all the TV shows that we love, like Spectacular Spider-Man, Avengers, I forget the name of the show, the Avengers show, and they replaced it with Ultimate Spider-Man, which if any of you have seen that, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's basically going to be probably the equivalent of Rebels. They moved it to Disney XD, they give it a kiddier theme with lots of cartoons and comic themes. And then the Avengers show, they did the same with that.
I think Marvel's different though, because like there's like 800 different renditions of Spider-Man, right?
True.
Like you don't have to count that as canon, but this is like oh, Dave Filoni made it, which he's like George Lucas's new guy, so it's God mode, it's canon now. It's like I have to, it's like you have to accept it. It's like no, I don't want to.
I know, you have to accept whatever is made canon.
Like with Spider-Man, you don't have to watch it if you don't want to watch it, but like I mean, I don't have to watch Rebels. I'm not clone. I'm not forced to watch anything. But like, I just think sometimes with like Marvel, it's like that's just a different rendition of Spider-Man. It doesn't have to count.
Yeah, I mean,
because how many movies of Spider-Man are there? I mean, it's like a different.
It's
I don't know.
stupid.
But still, they're using the same marketing strategy. Bringing on the kids show. They're trying to make the kids show so it brings up the new
It's
generation.
not gonna work. Star Wars is different than Marvel, guys.
I know they're gonna try and
It's
bring
like-
up this new generation of Star Wars fans and grow them
That was
into
Angry
the
Birds'
movies.
job.
I know.
Angry
That's
Birds
what you
did
were
a
there
perfectly fine job of that.
You
And it
don't
didn't ruin anything because there's no way that's canon. If they make that canon, the bird species.
I swear, I'm not gonna be surprised if there's Angry Bird art on the wall of like her room, if Sabine's room, the ghost. Seriously, like
They're just like, I wonder.
it's gonna be the episode
They're just like-
59, episode 59 of Rebels. Travel to an alternate dimension of Angry Birds. Tonight, how will we get out?
Oh my god.
Okay, okay.
finish.
For Rebels,
I'm sorry.
okay, for Rebels, they need to blow up Alderaan style.
Alright, let's finish this. Alright, so thank you for watching. Leave your thoughts in the comment
They
section below.
must.
Leave your thoughts in the
If you got
comment
this
section
far,
below.
If you got this far, you get a prize.
If you get this far,
And a
you get
cookie.
a prize and the cookie.
Oh, no cookies. I already gave out all the cookies and
Oh,
other stuff.
it's fine. We'll give out ice
You get
cream.
pitchforks.
Alright.
Pitchforks. People, pitchforks.
Pitchforks and
Or
torches and a
Ranch.
trip to Lucas Ranch. Alright,
And
bye.
a ticket to San Francisco.
And
And subscribe, join the Imperial Army today. Bye.
Bye!
God,